I overheard my wife tell her friend our son isn't mine after 47 years of believing I was his father. I'm Richard, 72M. For almost 5 decades, I believed I was the proud father of one son, James, 47M. He was my entire world. From the moment I held him, I promised I'd give him everything I never had. I worked 2 jobs when he was young just to make sure he had the best schooling. I took him fishing, taught him how to drive, stood in the crowd at every graduation and milestone. When he got married, I cried like the proudest father alive. When he had kids of his own, I thought, this is what life is all about. I never once doubted my wife, Helen, 70F. We had what I thought was an unshakable marriage, or so I believed. Last month, Helen fell seriously ill, a slow, weakening sickness that kept her mostly bedridden. Friends and relatives came often to visit and comfort her. One afternoon, I walked into the living room to bring her tea and overheard her speaking softly with her childhood friend. And that's when my entire world collapsed. I heard her say, "Sometimes I feel guilty. Richard doesn't know James isn't his. He's raised him like his own for all these years, and I let him believe it. I never had the courage to tell him the truth." My hands went numb. I nearly dropped the cup. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Almost half a century of fatherhood, built on a lie. I didn't confront her immediately. I just walked back out, numb, and sat in the kitchen staring at the wall. Every memory, the first steps, the bedtime stories, the family holidays, all replayed in my head, poisoned. When I finally asked her about it later that night, she broke down crying and admitted everything. She had a brief affair right before we married. She never knew who James' real father was, so she let me believe he was mine. She said she was terrified of losing me, terrified of scandal, terrified of living with the truth. So she buried it. For 47 years. Now I don't know what to do. James is nearly 50. He calls me dad. He is my son in every way except biology. But part of me feels like I've been living a lie. I don't know whether to tell him or let him live never knowing. I raised him. I loved him. But that whisper I overheard destroyed me.